So this is the project which was given to me of the legal language. So the first topic is about the preamble of constitution. So here the basic information is written about what is the preamble. The preamble to the constitution of the India is a brief introductory statement that states out guidelines which guide the people of the nation and to present the principles of the constitution and to indicate the source from which the document derives its authority and meaning. The preamble is significant because it highlights the type of society and the government it wished to establish. The preamble is also known as the spirit and the backbone of the Indian constitution. The first part, the people, according to the first part, the people of the India solemnly resolved India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. Each and every word of the preamble is wisely chosen and arranged in such a way that by reading the preamble makes a clear picture of India's stand towards its citizens. Second part says to secure the liberty, equality, justice and to promote the unity and integrity among all. The third part is a declaratory where the people of the India in their constituent assembly enacted and gave themselves this constitution. So the scope of preamble. Scope of preamble. The preamble does not grant any power to anyone, but it gives the structure on which the Indian constitution stands like. First, the country should be sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. Second, the government should be elected by the people, for the people and of the people. The real sovereign power should be vested on the people of India and the people should get justice, liberty and equality. History of preamble. The main preamble was drafted by the Shri B.N. Rao and later proposed in the Constituent Assembly. The pillars of the preamble are justice, liberty, equality and fraternity. Idea of preamble was borrowed from the Constitution of US and preamble is a preliminary or a preparatory statement and introduction. Importance of existence of preamble. So in last video, whatever I have explained the points that are only just elaborated in this video. Then we have to explain the words sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, universal adult franchise, what is the meaning of the word republic, and then the last is the conclusion. So the preamble plays pivotal role in shaping the destiny of the country. In the Keshwananda Bharti case, the 13th Constitutional Bench gave its judgment and declared the preamble is a part of the Constitution. In this case, it was declared that the preamble is a part of the Constitution. The preamble does not grant any power to anyone, but it gives the structure on which the Constitution stands like the country should be sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic and republic. The government should be elected by the people, for the people and of the people. The real sovereign power should be vested in the people of India. The people should get justice, liberty and equality. So this is the conclusion of the preamble. So here we have completed the first topic, the preamble of the India. The second topic of the project was given, that was the Article 14 to Article 22. So here introduction is written here that the fundamental rights in the Indian Constitution acts as a guarantee that the Indian citizens can and will live their lives in a peace as long as they live in Indian democracy. They include the individual rights common to the most liberal democracies, such as equality before the law, freedom of speech and expression, association and peaceful assembly, freedom of religion, and the right to constitutional remedies for the protection of the civil right. The concept of providing the fundamental rights to the citizens has been taken from the England's Bill of Rights, United States Bill of Rights, and also the France Declaration of the Rights of a Man. Anyone who is violating the fundamental rights will face the punishments in the court of law. Following are the fundamental rights in India. Right to equality, in that there are five articles 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. 14 is about the equality before law and equal protection of a law. Article 15 is about the prohibition of discrimination on the grounds of religion, caste, race, sex or the place of the birth. Article 16 is about the equality of opportunity in matters of public employment. Article 17 is the abolition of untouchability and prohibition of its practice. 18. Abolition of titles. Military and academic distinctions are however exempt. This is the article, this is the right to equality, first fundamental right. From it, these are the 5 sections. Then next is the right to freedom. In that there are 4 articles 19, 20, 21, 22. So 19 is about it guarantees the citizens of the India the following 6 fundamental freedoms. These are the fundamental freedoms. These all are the fundamental rights. Most of the time the confusion is done. There are 6 fundamental rights. And now we are looking to the fundamental freedom, right to freedom in that fundamental freedoms. So there are 6 fundamental freedoms. First is the freedom of speech and expression, freedom of assembly, freedom to form associations, freedom of movement, freedom of residence and settlement, freedom of profession, occupation, trade and business. These are the 6 fundamental freedoms. Then Article 20 is about the protection in respect of conviction for offence. 21 is about the protection of a life and personal liberty. 22 is about the protection against arrest and detention in certain cases. 20 is about the protection in respect of conviction for offence. 21 is about the protection of a life and personal liberty, and 22 is about the protection against arrest and detention in certain cases. So here we have completed the 2 fundamental rights, right to equality and second is the right to freedom. The third topic is about the Consumer Protection Act. So here first introduction is written that Consumer Protection Act implemented in 1986 gives easy and fast compensation to the consumer grievances. It safeguards and encourages the consumers to speak against the inefficiency and faults in goods and service. If traders and manufacturers practice any foul trade, this act protects their rights as a consumer. The main motivation in this forum is to bestow aid to both the parties and eliminate long lawsuits. This Protection Act covers all the goods and services of all public, private or cooperative sectors except those exempt by the central government. So here, how the Consumer Protection Act protects the consumer from the inefficiency and the faults in the goods and services done or the mistakes done by the traders. This act provides a platform for a consumer where they can file their complaint and the forum takes action against the concerned supplier, and the compensation is granted to the consumer for the hassle he or she has encountered. So consumer protection is the practice of a safeguarding buyers of goods and services and the public against unfair practices in the marketplace. Such laws are intended to prevent business from engaging in fraud or specified unfair practices in order to gain an advantage over the competitors or to mislead the consumers. So consumer rights and responsibilities. So here first is the right to safety. So what is the right to safety? Before buying, a consumer can insist on the quality and guarantee of the goods. They should ideally purchase a certified product like ISI or AGMRK. Next is the right to choose. Consumer should have the right to choose from a variety of goods and in a competitive prices. Right to be informed. The consumers should be informed with all the necessary details of the products, make her or him act wise and change the buying decision. Right to consumer education. The consumer should be aware of his or her rights and avoid the exploitation. Ignorance can cost them more. Right to be heard. This means the consumer will get due attention to express their grievances at a suitable forum. And right to seek compensation. This defines that the consumer has the right to seek redress against unfair and inhuman practices or exploitation of the consumer. So these are the six consumer rights. First is the right to safety, right to choose, right to be informed, and right to consumer education, right to be heard, and right to seek compensation. Next are the responsibilities of the consumer. Responsibility to be aware. A consumer has to be mindful of the safety and the quality of products and services before purchasing. Responsibility to think independently. So these were the rights and these are the responsibilities. Responsibility to think independently. Responsibility to speak out. Buyers should be fearless to speak out their grievances and tell the traders what they exactly want. Fourth is the responsibility to complain. It's consumers' responsibility to express and file a complaint about their dissatisfaction with the goods and services in a sincere and a fair manner. Responsibility to be an ethical consumer. This should be fair and not engage themselves with any deceptive practice. So these are the six responsibilities: to be aware, to think independently, to speak out, and to explain. And responsibility to be an ethical consumer. So two terms are important that in a previous video I have already told this, that caveat emptor means let the buyer be aware of the goods and services, and caveat venditor means let the seller be aware. And the consumer courts, D point was the consumer topic. Fourth of the project was the consumer court, is a special purpose court in India that deals with the cases regarding the consumer disputes, conflicts and grievances. They are judiciary hearings set up by the government to protect the consumer rights. Its main function is to maintain the fair practices and contracts by sellers. This is about the information about the consumer courts. So here we have completed the legal language all topics of the FYBLS LLB second semester. For legal language, the other topics are case of Walter Rowland, the trial of Mahatma Gandhi and trial of Lokmanya Tilak, Consumer Protection Act 1986, which I have covered in my videos, But for these cases, I have not taken out the notes. So sorry for this. So those who have these cases, do study of this.